We open upon a small group of 3 wild engineers in their natural habitat, the workbench. Right now they appear to be toiling away within the never-ending cycle that all engineers seem to fall into, the engineering design process. This group will spend the entirety of their miserable, sad lives stuck within this very cycle. Right now, they're early into the cycle, the first step even, defining the problem. They spend their time finding a problem and defining its constraints so that they know what to solve it with and how to solve it. It also helps them distract themselves from the problems within their social lives.
The engineers are now on their next step, the design matrix. It is a tool in the Generate Concepts section where they compare design solutions against one another using specific criteria. Some of the examples of the comparisons are cost, complexity, time, and creativity, which they lack. This brainstorming will allow them to make the best car available, and the design they've chosen is interesting to say the least. It is a rubber band powered car that will have wheels made out of cardstock, and it will have a popsicle stick frame. Hopefully it will not explode or fail. The develops a solution part is next, with the engineers going into the shop to create their car. This is where their detailed design solution will come into fruition, hopefully, and then their car will hopefully be able to justify the problem. They will first incorporate all their ideas by collecting the materials for it. They will then add the materials together piece by piece to where they have a functioning car. This will be interesting to watch.
Now they attempt to construct and test a prototype. This step is used to see all the problems in the prototype, which in this case there are many. Their car axle is made out of straw, which did not support the tension and force from the rubber band when pulled back. Thus, the straw bended and twisted and did not move the car at all. They attempt to fix it with hot glue, but it melted the straw, and so the axle broke and bended. Evaluate a solution is very important in trying to create a good and well-working prototype for the problem at hand. As the engineers try to figure out a solution, they decide to create a car propelled by a rubber band that is connected to the back axle. This axle is made out of straw. The base of the car will be made out of popsicle sticks, and the cup that holds the eraser will be made out of index cards, and the wheels will be made out of the paper, solo cup, and tape.
After having evaluated the absolutely poor design that they came up with, and after attempting to fix it with no avail in sight, it would seem that our group of engineers has run out of time for their project, and now they must move to the next step, presenting their solution. Engineering society goes as follows. Engineers roam in tribes across the North American continent, and each tribe has a leader. Their leader will likely not be happy with the solution, as it does not work in the slightest. Of course, there are many methods to which these engineers will present their solutions. Some use trifolds and others use presentational videos. The importance of presenting the solution is essentially entirely marketing the solution. And as such, they try to make it look as good as possible for their master, and yet it's fairly hard to make this thing look appealing.